Oh man, Law got knocked the fuck out in One Piece 683. Yo, this chapter, lot went down, craziness. So basically, it starts off, and it's a little interesting because it starts off with the little girl that was talking about Momonosuke, I believe, turning into a dragon. And she's talking to like some of the workers that are there, and seemingly they don't even really know much about that. It looked like I believe he was surprised about that. So it's kind of interesting that even they don't know how much of a secret that room really is. It's like what's inside there, what's going on, and that was pretty interesting to find out. And then we go to Monet and Luffy fighting, and I'm like, yo, Luffy always pulling out another technique. He has like a bajillion at this particular point, but when he's going at it with Monet, I actually during this chapter, I got really fond of Monet for some reason. I think her powers are cool. I think she's cool. We learned last chapter that she's kind of, in a way, a badass damsel in distress because she's on one half like forced to do all this because if not, Doflamingo got her by the balls, so to speak. But Doflamingo is controlling her at this point, so she's kind of like forced to do this. And I kind of started warming up to her, and then seeing her like try to freeze Luffy, and she admits like, "I know I can't beat you, but I can stop you at least." And I thought that was kind of pretty interesting and whatnot. Luffy uses Jet Spear and breaks down into the floor and falls down into a garbage room. Um, Funny, I guess Luffy's gonna be swimming in garbage for a while. I don't know why she said you ain't gonna be able to get out of there. I'm sure he'll find the way. All he gotta do is like stretch his arm and he can stretch up there or whatever. So I don't think that's gonna be too much of a problem getting out of there. That little scuffle was pretty cool. I thought it was gonna be a little more longer than it actually happened, but it was still pretty decent for a little quick scuffle between them. And more, I'm really thinking that Monet might become a Straw Hat or potentially in the future. The big thing about a lot of these people becoming Straw Hats is the more Straw Hats we get, the less time each character is going to have to develop. Like, for example, where the heck has Frankie been for like the past bajillion chapters? So that's the big issue I'm seeing with the Straw Hats. As more come along, the less the other ones are going to have for screen time. And that's why a lot of chapters kind of feel slow paced because you got Oda trying to write 9 characters at the same time and what they're doing on their individual missions. So if Monet does become a Straw Hat, it's going to be interesting to see how, Oda juggles it. Same thing with adding what's his name, the samurai dude. I forget his name. We add him is also going to be another problem because we're going to have them two, then Jinbei. So it's going to be interesting to see how Oda can, I guess, pull it off. Then we have Chopper and Robin trying to stop the kids, and I guess Chopper went monster form to try to scare them, but they are just really drug addled. They can't control themselves. So even Chopper monster form isn't enough to stop them because he's already weakened and the time ran out. Then they're biting Robin's hand. So those kids are out of control. If it was me personally, I would just knock them out. That's what I would do personally. It's like they're gonna keep hurting you and attacking you regardless. Let's just knock them out and then we'll drag them away or something like that. That's the only thing I could think of. And I know they don't want to harm them, but it's seemingly the only way. Like, what if a zombie is eating you just because that's like was formerly your cousin? You're not gonna stop them. You know what I mean? Just knock them out and drag the little ones along with you. Terrible advice, but that's just my opinion on it. And then the creme de la creme of the chapter. Law versus Vergo in the room. Law trying to use his technique to get his heart back. He fills up the room or whatever, and Vergo just starts putting the beats on him. Yo, this was brutal. This was gory, and this was what I like to see. I didn't like seeing Law in particular being beat up because he's one of my favorites, but still, it's just like, this was pretty awesome. Like, Law is all messed up. He gets knocked out. And even Vergo tells him a little message from Doflamingo. It's a pity. And, it was just really awesome to see, honestly. No complaints with that department other than, like, Law's pretty badass to see him take an ass whipping like that. But, hey, gotta give and take, I guess. And overall, just, like, that ending with them two is just freaking crazy. It's like, Law even says something like, my only miscalculation on getting my heart back was you to Vergo, and then Vergo just keeps beating the shit out of him. And after Law is on the floor, then that's when Smoker shows up, and he calls Vergo a pirate, and he's like, I'm going to finish this. I don't know how this fight is going to go, because when Smoker went up against Law was seemingly able to take him down, even though it was the heart technique, but he still was able to take him down. So how is he going to be able to beat Vergo if Law really was just nothing against Vergo? Now, granted, Vergo had the heart, and that's what he kept using to his advantage. But either way, I don't know. It's going to be a tricky one, and at this point on, it's going to be like, you know, is Smoker going to lose his position after this? I don't think he would, because like everybody's seen that Vergo is rogue, and they would tell. But I don't really know. I definitely see a possibility that Smoker might leave the Marines after this, because he might lose his position, or do honorable discharge, I guess, because of, you know, him fighting a fellow Marine. Even though he called him a pirate, I kind of feel that this is leading towards Smoker seemingly leaving the Marines, which would suck, because he always looked like he would be the Gart to Luffy's Roger. But I don't know, I kind of see it kind of going that way, possibly, unless they save him by saying, no, you know, he didn't do anything, Vergo's a bad guy, so we'll just have to wait and see. Overall, slam dunk type of chapter. It was just like, you got Luffy and Monet, you got Chopper and the kids and Robin's hands, you got just like crazy chapter. Law, Vergo, just awesome stuff. Let me know what you thought of it. What do you think? Can Smoker take out Vergo seemingly if Law couldn't do it, and Law kind of took out Smoker in a way? Comment section below. And your overall thoughts of the chapter. What did you think? Was that a gruesome beatdown or what? Well, that's all I have for this review. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Thumbs up for that freaking awesome beating. I mean, I don't like to see Law taking an ass whipping, but it was pretty awesome and brutal. I'm ForneverWorld, and as always, people, have an awesome day.